Hello, it's Rebecca here from Precious Pages Papercraft, and today I'm designing a layout for Bramble Fox. And it's a special one today because we are celebrating Bramble Fox's 6th birthday. So happy birthday to Bramble Fox. And to celebrate, the design team girls are having an Instagram hop. So if you head on over to the Bramble Fox Instagram account, it's at Bramble Fox. You'll find all the details there, and also links to all our design team girls pages, so you can hop along with us and enjoy all the fun. We've chosen the theme of celebrations. Obviously we are celebrating 6 years of Bramble Fox, so I'm going to go with a birthday layout today. And it's of my little boy's 6th birthday. Now you'll have to forgive me, I created this layout, I think it was like the 6th or 7th of March, and I'm doing the voiceover now on the 3rd of April. So it's been almost a month since I created this layout. So bear with me whilst I try and remember what I do. Hope I've not forgotten too much, but I will be watching along and reminding myself. So yeah, I've got this older perspective title, Celebrate, that I've had in my stash for a while. And I've also pulled out some bits that Morag released for the Queen's Jubilee last year. Now, I'd bought these initially to make a Jubilee layout, of course, of my little boy and I wearing our Jubilee hats for school. But alas, they've ended up on a birthday layout instead. But the colours matched perfectly. I've gone for a red, blue and yellow theme because in the photo, my little boy is holding his birthday cake quite proudly. He's obsessed with the Titanic, so he's got a Titanic cake there. So I've drawn from the colours in the photo. So I've got red, blue, yellow and white, and that's all the colours I'm using on the layout today. So I've taken the colour wheel paper from one of an older Vicky Booting collection, and I've just stuck with those 3 colours. I've got the red, the blue and the yellow. Thankfully I had more than one sheet, so I've got 2 bits of yellow, and after a bit of faffing I've come up with a design finally, using those little triangle sort of pie sections, and I've kind of just built my layout out on top of those. So I've added on my title and my balloons, and also some stars that I have cut from pattern papers, and then I've got those little perspective stars as well that I'm going to use. And I wanted to add some stickers as well, so I went through my kind of birthday stash and pulled out bits in colours that match, and I've just stuck them to cardstock just so that I can cut them back out and it makes them a bit sturdier. I can move them around the page without them sticking, I can raise them up, just something I like to do with stickers. So I'm just busy cutting all of those out at the moment. And there we go, I've skipped through the rest of that for you, it's very boring to watch. But yeah, so I've got some blue, yellow and red stars there that I'm going to scatter around my page. I wanted to add a couple of layers of coloured cardstock behind my photo, so I've gone for yellow and red, and they're both textured basil cardstocks, which I absolutely adore. So I'm just going to add a couple of layers of those behind my photo, distressing the edges for a bit more texture, and then I'm going to raise that up on foam, which I always love to do to sort of help keep my photo as the central point and the focal point. If it stands off the background, it kind of, your eye is drawn to it a bit more, so it doesn't get lost with all the other bits that you stick on the page. So yeah, I'm going to add a little bit of foam behind that. And you can kind of see now how the page is coming together. Now I do love a distressed edge, it brings so much texture to the page. So I am going to go around all of these sections from that colour wheel and distress them, and then raise the very ends up on foam for a bit of dimension as well. I'm going to do each bit individually and then stick it down straight away so that I don't move the bits. You might have seen at the beginning, it took me quite a while, a little bit of faffing to decide how I wanted these sort of triangles to sit. So I now don't want to pull it all off the page and forget how they were. So you'll see I'm doing each bit individually and getting that stuck in place. There we go, I've skipped through the rest of that for you as well, or almost. And then it's just a case of me getting things stuck in place and adding a few more little bits for details. I'm going to go through my birthday stash. And birthdays, I do scrap them every year, but I don't tend to do a lot of birthday scrapping. So I don't have full birthday collections. I've just got bits and pieces from a couple of collections, and I tend to buy the sticker sheets and ephemera packs so that I've got those. So there's a bit of a mix of things going on my layout today. I've got those Vicky Booting colour wheel segments. I think the foam stickers I bring in the moment are a Simple Stories collection. Then I think there's a bit of photo play as well with the stickers, maybe even some Echo Park. It's a real mishmash of collections on the page today, but it was more about the colour scheme for me. So I've got a journaling card there that I've kind of torn in half and just added behind my photo there, because there's a lot going on the left hand side of my photo, and at the moment there's nothing really happening over on the right. Had that empty space that I needed to fill. The balloons look fab there, I love the balloons, but I just felt like I needed something else. So I've added that journaling piece there, and then I've got a tag that I've stuck on top of that, and I've added a yellow metal eyelet to that as well, using my crocodile for a bit more texture. I love a bit of metal on the page. Excuse me, coughing. I've got COVID again at the moment, so it's the last thing I wanted during my school Easter holidays, but you can't pick and choose when you get it, can you? So yeah, a bit poorly at the moment, but ploughing on through. That foam sticker there, I think that's a Simple Stories one at the bottom saying happy birthday. And then I'm just adding the smaller bits now around the edges to the white space, so that it just kind of extends that design out a little bit. And it always reminds me of like a firework or a party popper, with things kind of flowing out outside the central design onto the outer space. And I know that probably doesn't make sense, but in my head that's what I see when I look at this page, the little bits kind of exploding out. Just my random brain there, probably nobody else will get that. But yeah, getting my title now and my balloons stuck down in place. I love my glossy accents for this. It's always what I use for perspectives and sequins. It's got a lovely strong hold, so nothing pings off or falls off, and it doesn't take very long to dry either, which I really like. I've also added down the bottom right hand corner of my photo there a little epoxy flare, or you'll see me just adding it now, sorry. That is also a Bramble Fox product. So they are 1-inch epoxy flare stickers, and you just need something circular or even a bit of pattern paper or something. If you've got a 1-inch punch, you can just punch that out and then stick your domed sticker over the top. Or you saw me doing there, I'd actually punched it a little bit bigger, or it might have even been a sticker, I think, that one. But it was too big for my flare, so I just stuck my flare sticker on and then with my scissors cut around the edge of the flare, and that worked perfectly as well. But you can use those for lots of things. Either the paper snips that Bramble Fox do always have circular elements on that fit perfectly with these stickers, or if you've got a sticker book with a collection, they generally have circular stickers in, or just a bit of pattern paper that you really like, or a colour that you really like of cardstock. So easy to use, and it's a lovely shiny texture on the page, and they're domed as well, so they're really cool. But they're also available from Bramble Fox. Got my confetti and bits stuck down now. I've also added a sticker to the top that says today is your special day, just above my photo there. And I'm also adding a couple of little tags just behind the top of my photo. Just felt like that area needed something. It's a little bit bare. So I've added the date there, because there was a little point that said date. So it was the 7th of the 1st, which was his birthday party. And there we go, that is me finished. So thank you very much for joining me today. Don't forget to head on over to Instagram at the Bramble Fox account, or if you want to head to my account, it's at Precious Pages Papercraft, and you will find a list of all the ladies taking part today, so you can hop along through all our channels looking at everybody's designs. But yeah, massive congratulations to Morag and also Nicola on 6 years of Bramble Fox. How fab is that? They're a little bit older than my scrapping journey. I think I've been scrapping for about 5-6 years almost, so Bramble Fox are a little bit older than my journey. So very excited to be able to join in these celebrations. So head on over to Instagram. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.